that run through the halls. And I had 3 minutes to speak to you that day, and I have 4.5 today, so I'll keep it brief again. Look, it's an honor to be in front of you asking for your support as I make this run for first vice president. The election, of course, will be in June of next year in DC. This is my final trip for 2025, and even though this is an uncontested race, the seriousness of the run that I'm making for the role that I'm asking to be serving in is significant. It's significant because our members are looking to us right now for leadership. They're looking to everyone in this room for leadership. And if the only information that they get about their association is from the New York Times or Inman News or Rob Hahn or any of the other news resources that they're getting it from, they're not happy with us right now. They're listing and selling their homes. They feel like the practice changes weren't expected. They weren't ready for them. That we lost a lawsuit. That we settled a lawsuit. We had 2 resignations at the end of last year that didn't go over well for them. So they're not feeling warm and fuzzy about NAR. But they're missing some really key points that we all know, but we have to remind ourselves of from time to time. Since 1908, this association has laid the groundwork that allowed each of us to enter into the profession that we know today. It is a well-respected profession across the globe. We just wrapped up the NXT conference in Boston. We had 12,000 attendees, I believe, at that conference, and almost 2,000 of those were international. Now, they travel from across the world to go to that conference because they come to learn from us. They don't come to teach us how it is in their country. They come to learn from us about how good it's done here. Despite the practice changes, this is still the best country in the world to conduct real estate. And nobody has this profession's back better than the National Association of Realtors. So if we want to make sure that we stay in business, future generations can enter the business, there is nobody, and I mean it, nobody better qualified than the National Association of Realtors to make that happen. A little bit about my background. Most of you know that I'm originally from Ireland. So when the Michael Ketchmarks and the DOJs of this world tell us it's better over there, I personally am sick and tired of them telling us that, and our members believing them. We've got to get back out in front of our members. We have to reassure them that what we do is right, that we are good stewards of their dollars, of their business, of their trust. We must retell that story. And it is a new day at NAR right now. That's a phrase I heard Nate Johnson say a couple of weeks ago, and it's an important phrase because it is a new day. The practices of the leadership team and how NAR conducts its business in front of its members is more transparent, more honest than it's ever been. Our members have asked for that, and they're getting that. But unfortunately, those that want to do us harm, which is the New York Times, which is the DOJ, and others, won't tell that story. But any of you know that if you walk up to Kevin Sears or Christine Hansen or anyone else on the leadership team or to myself, the openness and the dialogue, the acknowledgement of where we've come from and where we're heading is much more transparent than it's ever been before. So in wrapping up, when people ask me, what are you going to do in your year? My answer is, I don't know, because I don't have a plan, anything specific. But what I can assure you is, I'm not planning any bus tours, I'm not planting any trees, I'm not raffling any motorcycles. I'm going to be laser focused on whatever the challenges are right in front of us, because there are more lawsuits coming. The seller lawsuit is still in place, even though we've settled our part of it. The buyer lawsuit's coming behind that. We have clear cooperation we need to get figured out. And we've got multiple other lawsuits around clear cooperation and the 3-way agreement and MLS ownership by associations. Those are all significant fights. And that's where my attention will be, so that we can all do the business that we do every single day, listing and selling properties for the consumers of this country. That's my promise. Thank you for your support. Thanks for having me here today. I appreciate it.